everyone. All right, so I'm going to ask that you please stop your comments now that the lesson has begun. So I know that a lot of you already know what our new unit is going to be, but for those of you who don't know, I'm going to give you 3 hints. It falls under the realm of physics because it is a form of energy that moves and it travels in waves, but it is not sound. So now I will give you 30 seconds in the comment section. In the comment section to guess what you think it is. And also, when you are leaving comments in the comment section, if you just put your name first and then leave the comment, then I will know who you are every single time. So you no longer have to say, hi, this is you, because then when you comment, I will know that it is you. There we go. Good, Tava. Yes, we are learning all about... Boop. Did it go on? I planned that. There we go. Light. All right, so I'm going to send you a link right now to a video that I would like you to watch about underwater sea caves. So this is about a 7-minute video. And just a reminder that our comments are specifically answering the questions that I am sending you. So everyone, please click on the link that I just sent. And please watch that video thinking what types of gear do underwater cave explorers need and why. And actually, since this is a longish video, it's 7 minutes. If you want to start your light and color Eureka page while you are watching this video, that is something that you can do simultaneously. If you are in 3rd grade, you will need to leave about 10 pages after your magnets Eureka page. Since we just started our magnets unit, we're going to circle back to that once we get back to school. So leave about 10 pages, start a light and color Eureka page, and watch this video. You can share your noticings during the video about what specific gear cave explorers need and why while you watch. So I will give you 7 minutes for that. Alexa, set a timer for 7 minutes.
7 minutes, starting now. By the way, you can ask me how much time is left at any time.
So now everyone should be watching this video. It's from National Geographic. You might want to turn actually this channel off so you can hear that on a separate browser. And please let me know if you're having any issues with that. Is everyone able to get to the link? You need to click on the link. Hold on 1 second. Hold on, and if you right hand click and say open it in a new tab. Let's see, is it working for anyone? Copy. Please let me know if that worked. Okay, good. Okay. So we're supposed to be watching the video attached to this link. And then you should be thinking, what gear do underwater cave explorers need and why? And then while you are watching that, if you want to simultaneously be beginning your Eureka page, just like I did, then you may. But of course, if you just want to watch the video, that is okay as well, because you will have plenty of time to work on your Eureka page. And yes, Kawan, we will be doing all of those things. And just to remind you, for those of you who couldn't come in for the test, I am about 30 seconds behind you. So I am seeing the comments and then I am responding them to what will be 30 seconds in the future for you. Great. Here is the link once more. Also, if you go onto YouTube and you just search National Geographic Cave Exploring or Underwater Cave Exploring, okay. Yes, you should be watching this now. And I'm going to pause for 7 minutes, but I will continue to answer these questions. If you're watching the video, please mute me. Yes, I will send the link one more time. And the link is not working for any reason. Yes, the third graders have to do this. All right, great. So if you have finished watching the video, I would like you to please start sharing in the comment section. What have you noticed? Or like what specific gear do underwater cave explorers need and why? What allows them to observe their surroundings? Thank you, Alexa. Pause. Alexa, stop. Okay. Okay, so now I would like everyone to please share in the comment section what gear the cave explorers needed and why. Beautiful. An oxygen tank, a camera, an air tank to breathe, definitely. What helps them see their surroundings? And what does it normally look like deep underwater where they were diving? Wonderful. I see light and things to breathe. They have scuba gear, oxygen tank, goggles to see, scuba gear, lights to see, lights to see, lights to see. Wonderful. So now I'm seeing a lot of lights. So why do they need, actually, let me rephrase that. Why can't they see without lights? Yes, you can unmute me. Wonderful. So I'm seeing that it's going to be dark without the lights. It will look dark. It will look dark. Okay, wonderful. We can stop right there. Actually, you know what? Good. I'm seeing a lot of it would be dark. It would be dark. Why would it be dark? Their eyes can't see in the dark. Why can't our eyes see in the dark? There's no sunlight. Thank you, Georgia. Also, everyone, if your name is not clearly in your username, if you could include your name either before or after your comment, that would be very helpful. Beautiful. So I'm seeing a combination of it's dark. I'm seeing some no sunlight. Wonderful. We can start right there. Okay. So, thinking about the underwater cave divers and now thinking about what made it so that they couldn't see, what made it so that they could see, thinking in your life, when can you see things, when can't you see things? Our science question today is, when can objects be observed? When can objects be observed? So, what I would love for you to do right now is in your science notebook, I would like you to please record the question, when can objects be observed? And you can say, see, I started to begin my hypothesis right here. Your hypothesis should start with the words I predict, and they should specifically explain why you think that, trying to make connections to examples in your real life. While you are making your hypothesis, I would love for you to share your hypothesis in the comment section, and I will give you 8 minutes to record both your question and your hypothesis in your science notebooks. So once again, I'm going to write our science question. Please record. When can objects be observed? And in this unit, we're really going to be thinking a lot about how our eyes work, how our eyes are actually able to see. So I want you to think as deeply as possible about this for whatever level is appropriate for you, whether you're in 3rd, 4th, or 5th grade. When can objects be observed? When are they slightly less observable? When can you not see things at all? Good. Alexa, set a timer for 8 minutes.
8 minutes, starting now.
You can share your hypothesis in the comment section. Interesting. Light does not penetrate water. That will be something interesting to explore, how light travels differently through solids, liquids, and gases. And we will definitely be getting into that in this unit. Can be observed when we give our eyes enough resources and gear to see. Interesting. So in your hypothesis, you can also include, when are objects easiest to see? When can you see the most details in an object? When can you not see an object very well? When is it hard to tell what color an object is versus when is it easy to tell what color an object is? So now you have about 6 more minutes to record your question and hypothesis. Again, the question is, when can objects be observed? I will actually leave that up for you for a little bit. If you have time to write your whole hypothesis in the comments section, then yes, you can share the entire thing. I would love to see it. Beautiful, but why is it hard to see when it's dark? Why did the scuba divers need gear in order to see? Good, thank you, Elon. So you predict objects can be observed in the light. Why do you think that? Can you think of an example from your real life that supports your idea? Maybe there's something that you can see particularly well right now. Or think about how you can see when you get up in the middle of the night. That would be a great example. Oh, no worries, Adrian. I predict that we observe objects when we have enough light to see. Why? It's dark? Why does it appear dark? Tava, I predict that objects can be observed when there is just the right amount of light. Ooh, Tava, what do you mean by just the right amount of light? And why do you think that? Why do you think the sun coming out will make it so we can see better? If you really want to push yourself, you can add whether or not you think it is easiest to see an object when it is in full direct sunlight, when it is in a shadow, or when it is in very limited sunlight. Good. Gregory, I see in the night with a flashlight, so that would be a great example to include in your hypothesis. Beautiful. Thank you, Tava. When it's not too dark. So then why do you think objects are easier to see when it's not too dark? You can explain your reasoning using what you already know about science, or just have a specific example. So for example, I could say, when I get up in the middle of the night and I need a glass of water, it's hard for me to get to the kitchen because there's not that much light, so I can't see very well. However, when I need to get a glass of water during the daytime and there is plenty of sunlight in my room, I can see well. Okay, wonderful. Gabby, if you're done, can you share your hypothesis so I can give you feedback? Ooh, Olivia, we'll talk more about how your glasses help you see in later lessons. Interesting. So Shane, I'm noticing that you're using the word bounce to describe how light is traveling. Thank you. Thank you, Alex. That was very specific. Objects can be observed when they are completely covered in light. Good. So I like that Alex is thinking about how much light is shining at an object and how that would affect the color you see, how that would affect the detail you see. Beautiful. Shane, if you're done, can you share your hypothesis so I can give you feedback? So friends, remember, we're only commenting things that are about our hypothesis and are about the science lesson. If you have any questions, please ask. Okay. Let me know in the comment section how many more minutes you need to finish your hypothesis. Can you take a picture of your hypothesis and send it to me? I think it's easier for you to type it up, to be honest. Or if you have a grown-up with you, the grown-up can type it up really quick. Colin, they use their headgear to cover all the atoms with light. Ooh, Colin, I like that you're thinking about the subatomic particles that are in the water. You are confused, Nia. Let me see. Alexa, thank you.
You're welcome. Hope you have a good Monday.
Alexa, pause. There we go.
Sorry, I'm not sure about
All right,
that.
0, 3, 10. Okay, so I'm going to give us 2 more minutes, and if you are finished with your hypothesis, please share it in its entirety. Alexa, stop. So that I can shout out some different friends, and so it's really clear to each other what your ideas are. Okay, and then I will have time for more questions not related to what we're doing specifically right now at the end of the lesson. So any questions about whether or not we're doing this tomorrow or what's going on, please just save that for the end of the lesson. Every day of light, you can see an object, so it is easy to see. I think that's because when light shines on something, you can see it beautiful. So thank you for sharing your entire hypothesis, Kato. What you could do to make that even stronger is to give me a specific example to paint a picture with words. So maybe right now I would say, for example, I can see my feelings jar because there is a light right above me that is illuminating my feelings jar. And that will make it really easy for your reader to understand what you're thinking specifically. Okay, great. I'm seeing a lot of zeros, so I'll give you one more minute. Caves can be lots of different sizes. Oh, interesting. So I see, Zach, that you're thinking about how light would travel through water versus air. That's interesting. Good. I predict that you can only see an object if there is enough light shining on this. Wonderful. So then what you should add is, I think this because when I am locked in my bathroom with the lights off, I cannot see the sink. But when I turn the lights on, I can see the sink. Can you have the lessons, please? Let me see. Jetta, I emailed everyone the lessons, so please let me know. If you email me, actually, just email because you know my school email. If you email my school email, then I will make sure that I get those to you because I sent it through Teacher Ease. But I think that we missed some people. All right, wonderful. Let's stop right there. All right, so what you'll be doing for your experiment today is you will be going on a light and color walk through your own apartment. So while you're going for a light and color walk through your own apartment, I want you to record your observations in the form of an observational drawing. You should make at least one observational drawing because you should try to draw something that is in a lot of sunlight, a little bit of sunlight, and not that much sunlight at all. So you can see right here, I've already started to draw some flowers that I had on my windowsill that were right over here. So, actually this is great because you will notice that even right now, Miss Cat is in slightly different light than she was before. So she might look slightly different than she did before. So I actually want you to notice how the colors in the video just changed because of the way that the light is traveling in my apartment. So let me see. When I was drawing this earlier, I had it right here as opposed to right next to my window. So I'm specifically looking at the colors as it looks right now in front of me. So for these flowers actually, when I was picking out the colors, I took all of my different yellows to kind of look carefully at which ones match the best. This one is too green, and it looks like the middle flowers are more this color, and the outside of the flowers is more this color. But then, after I did my primary sketch, and then I colored it, for this, since it's in a shadow and the colors are a little bit more muted, when I recorded my observations, I drew very lightly with my pencil. And then same thing for the stems. When I looked at the stems, I looked at the specific color. And actually these are looking a little bit gray because they are in the shadow. So I actually even took my pencil and I took a little bit of black. And I started adding some shadows to the outside of that color, to the outside of the stems. So let me see. I need to find my pencil really quick. 1 second. So I'm actually going to leave us with about 20 minutes to find interesting things in our apartment that we would like to draw. So let me see, actually, we should do 21 minutes if we do it 777. Yes, maybe we will do that, but obviously if you want to continue to draw and continue to make these observational drawings really nice in your notebook after we're done, you may do that on your own time as well. But I'm going to set 3 7-minute timers to start 3 different drawings. Something that is in partially a shadow, something that is in full sunlight, and something that is in almost full shadow, something that is in a completely dark room. And then, of course, since this is a scientific drawing, I'm going to label everything. So let me see. I am going to label my yellow flowers. going to label the green stems, and I'm going to label this bottle. It's actually very hard to tell what color this bottle is because it looks a bunch of different colors depending what angle you look at it. But it's sort of an olive color. I think it's a little bit darker down here than it is up here. So I'm going to draw exactly what I see, and I'm going to try to match those colors as accurately as possible. And then again, if you don't have colored pencils, I want you to just do your sketch, but then focus on the shading. So do you want to leave it all white? Do you want to shade it a little bit with your graphite pencil? Do you want to shade it a lot with your graphite pencil? And then as a reminder, I know this is one of our favorite books. Just like Beatrix Potter looked very carefully at every single detail as she was observing, really to practice her artistic skills, but also her observational skills. She looked very specifically at the colors, very specifically at the lines of the thing she was drawing, and she tried to copy that thing exactly. So once you find your first item that you are excited to draw in your apartment, please let me know in the comment section what you have decided to draw. You have nothing to draw in a shadow or sunlight. What do you mean? You want to be done with Very Fair and its drawing, so take your time. And then as you're drawing, I want you to really notice how do the colors vary when something's in bright sunlight, when something's in a little bit of sunlight, and when something is in no sunlight. There you go, you can find a mug. You can draw me, that's fine. A lamp, thank you for sharing. A couch, a camera. Beautiful. And don't forget, just like with all of our work, this is of course graded, and I'll be expecting you to hand in your work when you get back. So please take your time and do a nice job. But while you do that, I'm going to start my second drawing since my first drawing is done. So I have my first drawing of my flowers, and then actually, since I already did it in the shadow, I'm going to put the same bottle over here so it's a fair test. And then I'm going to draw it again in the sun, and I'm going to notice how the colors are different. So let's see, I'll write my heading again. I'm going to write data continued. Your drawing is sort of out like an advanced Julia. Alright friends, just another reminder. I need you to please keep your comments on topic. So right now, I appreciate all the friends for sharing what they've decided to draw. And then once you start drawing, If you can take a break and share anything that you're noticing about the colors or the level of detail that you're able to see in direct sunlight versus a shadow, please share what you're noticing. Right? And then if you're done with your drawing, please share your observations. Our eyes are used to the amount of color we see. I wonder if I'm seeing the same colors as you are. Oh, and that's an interesting thing to start thinking about too, is whether or not, you're drawing your cat's eyes. That also makes me think whether or not cats see the same as us. Or if they do, what ways do they see similar to us and what ways do they see different from us? You're drawing your bamboo, beautiful. And then if you take the bamboo and you put that in 3 separate locations and look at the color each time, that would be a great way to record your observations for this experiment. So right now we're recording our observations in the form of a drawing. Ideally, to make this a perfect fair test, you should take the same object and draw it in 3 different locations and 3 different amounts of light. Great. Alright, and then honestly, at this point we're going to have discourse about what we specifically observed tomorrow, and that is when we will be writing our conclusions. So I will be staying on here for another 20 minutes or so while you finish your observational drawings. But if you would like to do that on your own time, or you would like to go maybe in a really dark place where your camera is not so that you can do your 3rd observational drawing, that is fine, and we can share all of our observations tomorrow. So when you're done, did you complete 3 detailed drawings? If you're done with three detailed drawings and you have finished sharing your observations and you do not have any questions for me, then I will see you tomorrow at the same time, and we will be having discourse, and we will be writing our conclusions. The amount of color affects the amount of the object we see. Thank you. Why do you think that's happening? Does this relate to how a flower needs light to survive? Ooh, that's a nice question actually, because yes and no. What do you think? You drew your cat's face, of course you did. So again, if you drew it once, please draw the same object again so you're comparing and contrasting the colors and the details that you see. I do have Velcro on my walls, Tava, but it is all in the office now. I will show you eventually. I know, I miss school too. I want to see you in person, but this is our best bet. Perfect, Nina. Thank you so much. A pot of plants with a lot of sunlight, a vase in medium sunlight, and a box in the dark. Wonderful. And then Nina, if you can just see how I labeled mine. I definitely made sure I included the heading data. And then I labeled the green stems. I labeled that the flowers are in the shadow. And I labeled the yellow flowers. And actually what you can see I did over here, when I was drawing my vase, let me bring it back. When I was drawing my flowers, I actually noticed that it's a little bit darker on this side than it is on this side. So when I was doing my drawing, over on this edge to show that it was darker on that side, I shaded. So I shaded like kind of over here, it's where it was a little bit darker. Over here it was a little bit darker. And then here was the brightest, here was a little bit darker. And then actually the bottoms of these flowers were a little bit darker than everything else. Yes, and even the bottle was a little bit darker on this side than it was on this side, so actually I'm going to go back and add those details to my drawing. There we go. And actually that starts to make it look a little bit 3D as well, right? So I just went over and I added that it was like a little bit darker on this side than it was on this side because the light was shining from this direction. Great, Quinn. I'm sorry there's no duck. Let me see. Actually. Oh no, the sun went behind a cloud. I wanted to draw it in more sunlight. That's okay. I saw it before. I'm going to draw these flowers now to keep it different. Actually, you know what? No, I want to do that. Oh, interesting. So you're noticing that a transparent object attracts the most light. What do you mean by attracts the most light? You get to draw anything in your house. Anything that you would be interested to draw. But I want you to pay specific attention to the amount of detail that you're able to see and the color. Oh, thank you, Sienna. Yes, you can definitely start coloring now. Yes, and then I will be here for another 15 minutes while you continue to draw and share your observations. And then again, you are going to, and then again, we'll talk about this tomorrow when we write our conclusions. Yes, you can start coloring. And then, and you know, I did really I took probably about 20 minutes, 25 minutes to make my drawing, to be completely honest. So if you want to spend plenty of time making yours, especially if you have nowhere to be after this, I would suggest really taking your time. Let me see. I'm going to dry the top of my mason jar. The water of my mason jar looks a little bit green, I don't know why. And it has like these little lines on them. How do I draw the color of the mason jar? I guess I have to draw the color of the wall behind it. Ooh, the dark made the plants brown. Wonderful. I'm glad that you noticed that, TJ. Thank you. Yes, if anyone actually takes TJ's recommendation, if you're able to take the same object that you were observing in the light, and you're able to go into a dark place, maybe a closet, maybe the bathroom, just somewhere where you can turn the lights off, and try to look at the color, I want you to tell me what you notice. Alright, I'll see you tomorrow. When there's less sunlight, it gets darker. reflection is different. Thank you so much, Gabby. So why do you think that happens? Why can't we see all of the color when there's less light? Can you show us your office? Now let me ask, Tava. Hi, Quinn. Thank you. Hello, Matthew. All right, see you tomorrow, Gabby. Thank you for coming. The shadows probably make the plant look darker. Do the shadows make the plant look darker, or does the light make it look brighter? I'm not saying one's correct. Great, see you tomorrow, Colin. And hey, Farron. All right, Tava, let me go ask for you. Can I show them the office? Next time. Let's see. Tava Velcro Man says next time. All right, wonderful. See you tomorrow. Ooh, and actually, before I forget, I want to share my Eureka page because we will not have a separate lesson on our Eureka page. So, I wrote our theme, light and color across the top. I still need to add the words Eureka. And then because of that cave diving video, I did a little sketch of an underwater cave explorer. I didn't have to draw their body, I just drew their head because their headlights at the front. And so they could see the light, the space in front of them, but then all around them is dark. And I'm probably going to make this into a scene where there's really bright snow on top and there's really bright mountains, and I might draw a sun. But as we start making more discoveries about light and color, I will start adding to this Eureka page, both with pictures and with words. So it's one place that I can keep coming back to that has all of my discoveries. So this is something that you can work on your own time, outside of these lessons, just adding bit by bit to your Eureka page so that by the end of the units, it is complete and colorful. Ooh, and also you'll notice in the background, one nice strategy to make it extra beautiful, I just like really lightly added some yellow color right here. Just all in the back so it's not a white page. And then I will keep adding to it and adding to it. So instead of leaving your backgrounds white, maybe if you took some pink or some yellow or some peach or blended some colors to make the backgrounds nice. That's a good idea. All right, bye. I'll see you tomorrow. I'm excited to see your drawings. Oh, Isla, the question is, when can objects be observed? I would like you to start your Eureka page by the end of the week. So designate 2 pages for your Eureka page in your book, add it to your glossary, and then on the next page you can start our first question for physics play. Wonderful. Eureka page for 5th grade only? No, for 3rd through 5th grade. But again, the Eureka page, you can just set it up simply because it's more of a space that you just add to a little bit after each lesson. So Eureka means I've got it, so it's called the Eureka page because we add all of our I've got it and all of our aha moments to the same page. So right now, if you just have the title and you write the title nice and beautiful, that's plenty for today. And then if you want to go above and beyond, you can start a drawing about what we already started exploring and discovering in this unit, and then you will add to it bit by bit so it is complete by the end of the unit. So that is the first page of this unit. And then you will see that everything related to light and color will come into the notebook after that. Thank you, Tava. Ooh, great. You cannot see the pen. Honestly, if you want to do a third drawing, I might do this. If you went into a really dark place where you were barely able to see anything, you could take a really dark pencil and you can shade it with black. All over the entire page. Thank you, Kaisuke. Matthew, what were your questions? Can you type them again? There you go. But if you start shading them like that, like really dark, and then, let me see. I want to actually go into my bathroom and make sure this is accurate, so I'm going to leave it like that for now. But I will show you tomorrow. Yes, it's 1:53. How long until school? I do not know. Matthew, I'm sorry. I keep missing your questions. How many drawings do you have to do? Thank you, Amelia. Minimum 2. Is this the only class? We will have another class tomorrow, Wednesday, and Thursday. That's why we practice, Talia. Thanks, Isla. Alright, friends, so I'm going to stand for a couple more minutes. But if you do not have any more questions, or any more comments that you would like to share about what you observed, about the objects you drew, feel free to sign off, and I will be signing off in 2 minutes. Bye, Janet. Yes, and I would definitely recommend tuning in tomorrow because you will need all the new scientific vocabulary I will be teaching you in order to write our conclusions. There you go, Justin. If you can't see you, then you don't exist. Great point. Bye, Ananda. Let me see. And then I will be emailing all the parents, but actually it would be very helpful. I think that might be the best way to do it. I think it will be most helpful for the parents to take pictures of your child's work and then email me their work, so I'm able to give them feedback. Please expect an email by the end of the day about those expectations and then anything else that you need for tomorrow. And then Farron, we're introducing new vocabulary tomorrow. So we will start tomorrow by adding new words into our glossary. 1 o'clock tomorrow. Bye, Shane. Yes, I do want to see it in person as soon as we get back at school. But for now, if you could take a photo and email me the photo of your child's work, that would be helpful so that I'm not grading a ton of work all at once. Bye, Afro. Yes, it's just ICS. Yes, so Farron, if it's possible for your grown-up to take a picture of your work from today and email it directly to my school account so I can see what you did, that would be helpful. But if they cannot do that for any reason, then I understand, and I will just have to see it when we get back to school. Oh, thank you. Oh, I'm so sorry, my microphone was turned the opposite way. Can you hear me better now? Is it better? Can you hear me? Wonderful. And then your drawings will be graded by their level of precision. I'll be looking to see that you are really able to notice the color differences in the specific colors. Ooh, your eyes cannot be seen in the dark. When you say dark, do you mean pitch black or pretty dark? Preston, can your eyes be seen in the moonlight? All right, friends. What grades are you teaching online for the days that we are not here? I'm teaching 3rd, 4th, 5th grade all at the same time. For Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, you will get a STEM activity to do on your own for Friday, Saturday, or Sunday. Yes, I'm so sorry, I had my microphone turned around backwards. All right, bye. Excellent, Preston. So I want you to think about why you cannot see the color or the shape of anything when it is pitch black. I miss you too, Farron. Yes, all of the everyone should have already received instructions for the entire weekly lesson plan. So if you did not, that means for some reason your email wasn't attached to Teacher E's or something like that. So please just personally email me and let me know that you don't have the lessons yet. Oh, and I'm very excited to see Atelia's drawings. Bye, William. Okay, friends. So, I think we're going to call it a day right there. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'm going to see you tomorrow at the same time. We don't need to do a test before. And then just please remember the rules that we are going to comment about specific things at specific times. I will send out reminders to all of your parents so that we can make sure that this comment section is highly productive. All right. Yes, a nap sounds good. All right, guys. Thank you so much. See you tomorrow. Bye. Ooh, actually, sorry, I just thought of one more thing. Because then on my Instagram account that I sent to your parents, I'm going to be sharing photos that I've taken of where I've noticed light being interesting around my house. So actually, as an optional extension activity for the 46 of you who are still here, if you're able to borrow a grown-up's phone and take some pictures of anything that you think is interesting, paying specific attention to the light and the color and the level of detail, please do that. All right, and then I will see you tomorrow. Bye.